Okay, I'm reviewing the G major arpeggio section of the second movement of the Prokofiev 6. That's measure 50. So, G and G and G. C briefly, G goes B, B minor, a slightly trickier sensation under the hand, C major and up to the first inversion A minor, then the I do have to compare this with when I had E major. You know what, I was never aware of it. When it was E major in measure 41, it was a root position followed by a root position E major and the first inversion E minor. Now here it is, a root position B major and a first inversion B minor. So just a little bit more for my awareness rather than taking it for granted and then being surprised later on. And then the several different chords going to D major, to the dominant. So G major goes to the dominant, and then E flat. So 1 goes to 5. Flat 6 goes to 5. Okay, that's very much as it was in the first version in C. And that one rhythmic difference. B major, the feel of B major, different from all else. 2 instead of 3 black notes in these last 7th chords. So there's a few physical differences. They're not large, they're minute, but they need to be made aware. I need to be aware of them. Okay, so. I should not be drawing this much of a blank. This is very easy. Alright, it's just getting used to that 1, 2, 4, 5 expanding. 1 black note, a slightly bigger interval on top, the 4th finger moving up, everything in fact. Oh, that certainly is. Awareness dawning. Everything moves up by step, half or whole step, except the thumb. Opens up and compresses. Opens up and comes back. That's it. reach that point of bemusement again, where I'm going 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5. Yeah, I am really torn here. I see I have I have parentheses representing my conflict on paper. Right now I'm showing favoritism to the 1 and 5, just as after I had assured myself and you that I was favoring 1 and 4. So the idiosyncrasy of the moment. Oh, back to G. Why am I finding it hard to find the D? Okay. I think there was perhaps an expectation everything would sink into place because I did it in the previous C major section. And maybe it will, but I'm rushing my decisions ever so slightly. C major, at least left-hand arpeggio is C major. Score more. My left hand was more likely to be inaccurate, but right now I'm looking for calm and simplicity. You notice I didn't really need to look at the left hand a lot, just when it changed. So, oops. Good stuff. Two black notes instead of 3 black notes. It's the only feel difference. One note expansion here. Goes down. The thumb note takes up 2 notes, so it moves chromatically down by 1. And then, if I were tracing that inner voice, E flat to D, D again, to D flat, to D, which is the dominant again of the key we're in. So. have anymore because I have to move my left hand up further to the right, which means even though it's comfortable here, it has to move further. So well, let's see what the other one feels like. I think I'm going to go with consistency as opposed to optimal comfort. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 5, which is the fingering I used before in less tilted keys than B. Yeah. That's reasonable. Stuff. Not that it's not relevant, it's just not relevant to the task at hand. Learning these arpeggio patterns. Oops, I think I shifted early. C major, yes. Then it's the only first inversion one. The others are root position. B minor, C major coming up. Then the bigger chord. D major. C major. One of the ways I can test whether I know something, I'll look at one hand, or the part of one hand, and not check the score on the other and see if the hands coordinate. If I have by feel or by ear or by mind a sense of where my other hand should be. That way I don't have to overly test myself with everything. Oops. Remind myself of those two D majors down there, D major minor. I must say that the preceding key with the analogous experiences really helps inform this one because the parallels are perfect. Not physically always perfect, but the parallels harmonically and melodically are always perfect, except for the peculiar variation there, which is for comfort's sake. And that's my assumption. White note. This could be better, but I am really curious about how it changes the third time around. I've given the least attention to that version, and I'm wanting to know what's happening. I can see already there's arpeggiation changes. The chords are spelled differently, or they're 3-note triads rather than 4 notes, doubled or sevenths. So I want to know what kind of a expectation I have for what's going on. First of all, we've been in C major, we've been in G major. Now we're going to find the middle, right in between the two. Here's E major, which is the key of the movement. Wow. From a sensation perspective, not having those chords. Of course, melodically it's still the same, but intervallically, spatially, a lot has changed. Let me make sure I've learned this right. A natural, D natural, yeah. Okay, we've got that rhythm that he first tried in the second statement of this theme. Let's see why. I think same purpose, because you have a major 10th here that's much harder to grab than the white note one of the first version. So it's curious to me that he didn't then use the same rhythm on the first one, but rather chose to make that unique. But he's not around to ask, so we'll just make do. That is similar when he goes to 4-note chords. 1, 2, 3, 4th measure, that's 134. Let me check this out. G. And here we have It's important that I get to the bottom of this because I don't want to mislead myself or mislearn. Now that is interesting to me. I think I wrote for this 5-4-2-1-2-1, the regular. Not recognizing perhaps that this is just like the others, 5-4-1-2, not 5-4-2-1. It's an A sharp, which I should have known. It's next door to another A sharp, but it makes that consistent with the other versions. Now the difference between these two chords is that there's this augmented second in the top interval, whereas it's an isolated note in the first chord. So that's exactly parallel to and to. Okay, good to know. This one is a non-turned over fingering because the half step is white to black rather than black to white. So it's the only one of those 3 sets. So that's perhaps why I went looking for something exceptional here, and I was wrong. Okay, got to compare that. So B flat with C added, and this would be like D flat. Okay, it's the same chord, or the same kind of chord. Excellent. The sensation of it, this one is 3 black notes, 3 black notes and a white note. This one is just to one black note. So a rather different hand feel. Yes? The augmented, half augmented chord. G major with the E. And this is I was wrong. It's not G major with an E. It's a E minor 7th. Okay. So, how nice. C sharp minor 7th. Okay. You know what? He's being more consistent than I thought he would be when he starts so differently at the beginning of this statement. That's another good to know thing. Diminished 7th here. Very nice. So. Okay, that's inconsistent. I mean, it's not the same as it was before. Now it turns consistent, or reverts to type. Meanwhile, okay, I see right away. Let's see. It's already different in the arpeggios. The initial ones were a root position and a root position, and then when it changes to the 4 chord, it's a second inversion. Same thing in G major. Here it's first inversion and the root, which makes it closer. Considerably closer. Makes me perhaps, what have I done? 2, 4, what? I don't know what I wrote. I wrote something very peculiar, like 2, 4. I am dramatically mistaken. I have fingerings both above and below the notes, none of which make any sense to me. This is easy. 1, 2, 3 is even easier. I'm going to erase all of it because none of it, I think I haven't gotten to this section more than once. I'm going to try 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 5. The presence of this black note in the middle makes a huge difference in terms of why I would use 3, and I don't have any indication that I ever tried it. So, how odd. Okay. Now this is what makes it different. The third measure comes back up. Rather inconveniently. Aha! I hope I didn't startle you. That may be why I had such... Now I regret erasing everything I left before, because that historical trace might have been useful. So if I go 1, 2, 3, well, okay, not bad. I'll just go 1, 2, 3. I'll do the same fingering on the way out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. Consistent. the same in the second phrase as it was the other two times. The arpeggiation is somewhat different in the first phrase. Among other things, it doesn't go to the 4 chord. It stays. And there are 2 different inversions involved. Third measure, where there normally would be a chord change, there isn't. But what there is a filling in. Okay. What I'm not used to is the physical identity of this statement in the right hand. It's so significantly different from the 4 chord version. So I'm forced to just let my mind guide where I'm going because my body doesn't want to feel what it felt before. It's not getting that feel. It's easy enough to read, but it's not memorable just yet. I'm going to use my suggested fingering for now in 131, which is 5-4, 5-2-1, 5-3-2, 5-2-1. So I have sort of a neighboring tone fingering and gesture. Normally I'd probably not do that. I'd probably just go 5-3-2 twice. Because the 5-2-1 on the 3 black notes isn't easily grabbable. When I'm going from 4-2-1 with the elevated 2 and 4 on black notes, that's fine. And here, I can understand not wanting to use the same fingering 3 times in a row, 5-3-2. But it's casual, so I'm going to parenthesize my original fingering and stick in 5-3-2 instead. Alas, maybe I should have looked ahead. The 5-2-1 works better for the next set of chords in the second measure. Did you know that? And you were waiting for me to fall into the trap. Yeah, this is so much easier. So there's going to be some kind of a trade-off here. And there's a third alternative that I could go up one way and come down another way. Oh, my timer just went off, indicating I'm running out of time. Okay, talk to you later.